Hello. General Hospital today will reveal a recent wave of speculation has swept through the General Hospital fan community, triggered by both subtle clues and deeply personal updates from actor McKenna, who portrays the enigmatic Jack Brennan on the long-running ABC soap. While the actor's recent Instagram live began innocently enough with a casual tone and an off-the-cuff atmosphere, it gradually evolved into something much more revealing. What initially seemed like an impromptu interaction with fans quickly became a moment of vulnerability, raising unexpected questions about McKenna's health, his future on GH, and whether the beloved character of Jack Brennan might soon be handed over to another actor. During the live stream, which McKenna filmed while driving away from the General Hospital set after wrapping some scenes, the actor admitted it had been quite a while since he had engaged directly with fans in such a way. Despite his usual light-hearted demeanor, there was an unmistakable air of weariness beneath his words. Almost immediately, he shifted the tone by sharing that he hadn't been feeling well lately, adding that both he and his family had been dealing with recurring bouts of illness over the holidays. As he elaborated on his situation, the gravity of what he was going through became increasingly apparent. According to McKenna, the source of the initial illness was none other than his young son, Spencer, who came down with a cold that quickly spread to the rest of the household. Although the family had recovered to some extent, the reprieve was short-lived. A few days prior to the live stream, McKenna's wife mentioned she was feeling sick again, a statement the actor initially brushed off, thinking lightning couldn't possibly strike twice. However, he soon found himself battling a resurgence of symptoms: headaches, fatigue, congestion that left him feeling physically drained. He described a stubborn case of nasal congestion that simply wouldn't subside, adding that the repeated illness had taken its toll not only on his stamina, but on his overall morale. What truly concerned fans, however, wasn't just the presence of a seasonal cold, it was the layered fatigue in McKenna's voice, and the suggestion that this pattern of illness might reflect something deeper, something potentially chronic or stress-related. Those who have followed his career know that McKenna has always brought a certain energy to his roles, and to see him operating at anything less than full strength sent a ripple of unease through his audience. In an industry where relentless filming schedules and character continuity are key, even small changes in an actor's health can lead to production shakeups, and McKenna's situation seemed to foreshadow just that. The timing of his health update was made even more intriguing by another detail he shared: the upcoming introduction of a new character on General Hospital. Though McKenna did not provide a name or specific storyline, his mention of this new addition was so casually inserted into the conversation that it struck many viewers as calculated. Could this character be a rival to Jack Brennan? Or more significantly, could this be a replacement? Longtime fans are no strangers to actor recasts or surprise exits on soap operas, but the ambiguity surrounding McKenna's statement left plenty of room for concern and interpretation. The concern quickly turned into speculation. Several fan forums lit up with discussion threads suggesting that McKenna might be preparing for a temporary or even permanent exit. Comments poured in, with fans expressing heartfelt worry. Some pleaded for confirmation that he was okay, while others braced for the possibility that a casting announcement was imminent. Theories ranged from optimistic perhaps the new character would become an ally to Jack, to far more dramatic possibilities, such as a storyline twist in which Jack Brennan is written out entirely. The idea that McKenna's recent health struggles might force him to step back, even temporarily, hit hard for a fan base deeply attached to his nuanced portrayal of Jack. Adding another layer to the concern is the unique role that Jack Brennan plays within the current arc of General Hospital. The character is intricately woven into key narratives involving criminal intrigue, familial power struggles, and psychological tension. His presence acts as both a foil and a catalyst for several major players in Port Charles. Losing McKenna at this point, especially with such an intense web of storylines hanging in the balance, would be a creative challenge for the writers, who may already be plotting contingency paths should his availability change. Privately, some industry insiders have speculated that the repeated illnesses McKenna described may not be isolated incidents. Combined with the stress of filming, family obligations, and the expectations of playing a pivotal role on a major daytime drama, It's possible that McKenna is quietly reevaluating his priorities. It wouldn't be the first time a performer has stepped back to focus on their health and family. And while fans would no doubt support such a decision, the emotional impact would be significant. Notably, General Hospital has a long history of introducing new characters or revamping existing ones. When actors take time off, sometimes the writers use these moments to pivot into fresh narrative territory. If McKenna were to take a hiatus or leave the show, it wouldn't be unprecedented for his character to be recast or temporarily sent away. Within the story, however, the potential emotional weight of such a transition, especially given the actor's real-life health battles, adds an unshakable poignancy to the speculation. For now, there has been no official confirmation from ABC or the General Hospital production team regarding McKenna's status. No press release, no casting call, no dramatic exit teaser, only a quietly unsettling Instagram live and a few vague comments that seem to say both everything and nothing. Fans remain in limbo, hoping for clarity while fearing the worst. Some have even begun organizing social media campaigns to show support for McKenna, flooding comment sections with messages of encouragement, love, and gratitude for his dedication to the role of Jack Brennan. In the unpredictable world of daytime television, where plot twists abound and characters can vanish or reappear in a heartbeat, it's often easy to forget that behind every on-screen persona is a real person, someone with their own battles, their own needs, and their own limits. Chris McKenna's quiet moment of candor reminded viewers of that truth. Whether he remains on General Hospital or chooses a different path, his vulnerability and openness in sharing his family's recent health struggles have forged an even deeper connection with his audience. What comes next both for Jack Brennan and for Chris McKenna remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, should he need to step away, even temporarily, he will do so surrounded by a loyal and compassionate fan base that values his health and family above all else. And if a new actor is indeed waiting in the wings, they'll have enormous shoes to fill, not just as a character in a script, but as a beloved figure in the lives of GH viewers around the world. In a recent Instagram live session, Chris McKenna, the actor who portrays Jack Brennan on ABC's hit soap opera General Hospital, stirred up quite a storm among fans with some unexpected personal revelations. While the conversation initially revolved around his and his family's ongoing health struggles, what truly captured fans' attention was his cryptic tease about a new character joining the show, along with hints of intriguing developments taking place at the WSB office where his character works. In the video, McKenna sounded noticeably congested, his voice slightly raspy and tired. He openly shared that he had been battling a cold following the holiday season, a virus that started with his young son, Spencer, and eventually spread to the entire family. Although they had all recovered to some extent, his wife recently began showing signs of illness again. McKenna admitted he didn't think it was possible to get sick twice in such a short span, until he found himself facing the same symptoms all over again, including persistent nasal congestion, fatigue, and a lingering cough that refused to go away. Despite his ongoing symptoms, McKenna continued to film scenes for General Hospital. He jokingly confessed that he had been coughing throughout his recent shoots, but remained hopeful that viewers wouldn't be able to tell how unwell he really was when those episodes eventually aired. However, with his usual self-deprecating humor, he admitted he was fairly certain that GH fans would spot it right away. His candid tone and willingness to share his health struggles only made viewers appreciate his commitment even more, endearing him further to a fanbase that already holds him in high regard. Yet what truly elevated this livestream from a casual chat to headline-worthy was the subtle but pointed mention of new developments in the show's storyline. McKenna shared that he had just wrapped up very exciting scenes filmed at the WSB office, Brennan's primary location on the show. While he was careful not to reveal too much, he did drop some tantalizing clues. The scenes involved a very familiar character, whom he had worked with before, albeit not very frequently. Importantly, he made it clear that the scenes were not with Carly Spencer portrayed by Laura Wright, which only deepened the mystery. This single remark set off a firestorm of speculation across General Hospital fan forums and social media pages. Fans immediately began debating who this familiar character might be. Was it Anna Devane Finola Hughes, long connected with WSB and intelligence operations? Or perhaps Jason Morgan Steve Burton, whose shadowy history and recent return to the canvas have been the subject of much buzz? The possibilities seemed endless, but the secrecy surrounding the identity only intensified excitement among viewers. Adding to the intrigue, McKenna teased that a new character would soon be making their debut on GH, fueling speculation that big changes were on the horizon. While he didn't clarify whether this newcomer would be friend or foe, the idea that someone fresh might be introduced in direct relation to Brennan's work at WSB was more than enough to ignite fan theories. Would this new character disrupt the balance of power, reveal shocking secrets, or perhaps take the storyline in a darker, more suspenseful direction? As the live stream concluded, the online fanbase erupted with energy. Message boards lit up with threads dissecting every word, every pause, every smirk McKenna made in the video. Some fans theorized that the new character was a part of a bold narrative shift tied to WSB, while others feared it might signal McKenna's impending departure, especially given the emphasis on his declining health. The overlap of personal vulnerability and professional ambiguity created a perfect storm of worry and excitement, making this one of the most talked about fan interactions in recent memory. Still, a large portion of the GH community chose to remain optimistic. For many, the arrival of a new character signals fresh drama, new alliances, and complex storylines, all the things that keep daytime television exciting. And with WSB now squarely in the spotlight, it's clear that Port Charles is gearing up for a new wave of high-stakes plots. Whether this will involve espionage, double crosses, or deeply buried secrets, fans are on the edge of their seats, eager to see how everything unfolds. Of course, none of this excitement comes without concern. McKenna's obvious fatigue during the video, combined with his ongoing health issues, has led many to wonder whether he might soon need to take a break from filming. Some fans have even begun writing letters to the show's producers, asking them to allow McKenna time to rest without affecting the trajectory of his character. The thought of losing him, even temporarily, is difficult for many to process, especially as his portrayal of Brennan has become such a crucial part of the show's current narrative. So far, neither ABC nor the General Hospital production team has released any official statement regarding McKenna's future on the show or details about the new character's arrival. But what's clear is that his livestream has sparked widespread anticipation, curiosity, and, above all, an emotional connection that goes beyond fiction. In showing his humanity, McKenna reminded fans that the actors they admire are not just storytellers, but people too. People who get sick, who worry, and who care deeply about the work they do and the audience they serve. As fans now anxiously await the next episodes, they'll be watching more closely than ever, not just for plot twists or surprise reveals, but for signs of how McKenna is doing. Who is this mysterious new character? What secrets lie within the WSB office? And most importantly, will Brennan's future be altered by what's coming next? While those answers remain to be seen, one thing is certain: Chris McKenna's presence on General Hospital has made a lasting impression. Whether he continues full-time or steps away for health reasons, he'll do so with the love and support of a passionate fan base and the legacy of a character who still has many secrets left to tell. Chris McKenna's recent Instagram Live not only stirred concern among General Hospital fans over his health, but also ignited a wave of speculation around a mysterious new character set to debut soon. In the soap's storyline, after revealing that he had filmed some new scenes at the WSB office, alongside a familiar character, though not Carly Spencer, McKenna sent fans into a frenzy by casually dropping a bombshell. He had also shot scenes with a new character who is yet to be introduced, but is scheduled to appear very soon on the show. McKenna didn't specify whether the newcomer would be a guest star, a recurring role, or a major long-term character, but his coy tone and suggestive remarks led many to believe this isn't just a one-off appearance. The timing of his announcement, paired with fan theories already circulating about the mysterious investor, with AC connected to Jen Sidwell, caused fans to wonder whether McKenna had subtly confirmed the arrival of that very character. Someone powerful, strategic, and capable of shaking up the entire Port Charles dynamic. While many viewers were piecing together clues about who this mysterious figure might be, an alleged leak from production insiders took things to a whole new level. According to the rumor, General Hospital has reportedly signed a contract with a well-known and controversial American celebrity whose past is riddled with scandals, tabloid drama, and public outbursts. This actor, though never officially named, is said to be playing the incoming character McKenna referred to. The idea of such a high-profile but polarizing individual joining the show has deeply divided the fan base. On one side, some fans are thrilled at the potential for a bold new direction. They believe a celebrity with a notorious reputation could draw massive attention, push the boundaries of storytelling, and reinvigorate long-running arcs with fresh energy. If this person is indeed playing the elusive sea investor involved in manipulating WSB and Port Charles from behind the scenes, the show might be heading into its most intense, politically charged chapter yet. The prospect of this character being the catalyst for new betrayals, backdoor dealings, and moral chaos is exactly the kind of drama longtime soap fans live for. But not all reactions have been positive. A large portion of GH's loyal audience has expressed serious reservations about bringing on a celebrity more famous for their scandals than their acting. Fans have taken to online forums and social media to voice concerns, with many stating that they prefer clean reputations over tabloid fame and don't want Port Charles to become a playground for shock casting. Some even recall past instances where GH experimented with celebrity stunt casting, with mixed results, warning that it risks alienating core viewers who value consistency, integrity, and character-driven drama over media spectacle. The divide within the community is stark. While some are speculating about who the new actor might be, others are calling for ABC and the General Hospital production team to reconsider the implications of their decision. What's clear, however, is that GH has struck a nerve, and perhaps intentionally so. With February sweeps just around the corner, the timing for introducing a headline-grabbing character couldn't be more strategic. These are the weeks when networks compete most aggressively for viewership, and inserting a controversial new face into the heart of the show may well be a calculated move to dominate ratings. McKenna himself appeared careful not to overstate anything, but his repeated hint that the debut would happen very soon has added fuel to an already blazing fire. The production schedule of GH is typically weeks ahead of air dates, meaning the mysterious new character could appear as early as February, or even sooner, if the storyline demands it. As anticipation builds, every new episode is now being watched more closely, not just for the unfolding plot, but for signs of the newcomer's rival. And while speculation swirls, so does concern for McKenna himself. The actor has been open about his recent health struggles, from lingering cold symptoms to exhaustion brought on by balancing work and family life. Some fans fear that the introduction of a new, powerful character might coincide with a temporary or permanent scaling back of McKenna's role. Given his importance to current storylines, this prospect is unsettling, even heartbreaking, to those who have grown deeply attached to Jack Brennan's layered portrayal. Whether the new character is a replacement, a rival, or a partner to Brennan remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, General Hospital is gearing up for a major shakeup. Chris McKenna's cryptic Instagram live has opened the floodgates to countless questions. Will this new rival be the hero Port Charles needs or the villain it fears? Can fans look past the actor's controversial real-life persona to embrace a character that could redefine the power structure of the show? And most importantly, is GH ready to risk tradition in pursuit of a sensational new chapter? The answers are coming soon, and when they arrive, Port Charles may never be the same.